What's going on YouTube? So right beside me is a very important vehicle for the Chevy brand. This is the all-new 2025 Chevy Equinox. The Equinox has historically been Chevy's second best-selling vehicle after the Silverado. And the current model was getting pretty old, but as you can see, we have a radically redesigned new model, which takes a lot of design cues from the also recently redesigned 2024 Chevy Traverse. So let's go ahead, dive in, take a first look at this all-new Equinox. So let's get started here with the exterior design. Now, obviously, as you can see, it does look a lot different from the previous generation. Like I was saying, it's very much inspired by the new Chevy Traverse with a kind of boxier and more rugged look. Now, there's going to be 3 trim levels offered on this Equinox. You're going to have LT, Active, and RS. This is the Active trim level, so this is going to be the toughest looking version that you can get. And as you can see, the overall face here is going to look pretty boxy and pretty rugged. So as far as your grille is concerned, you're going to notice this is fully blacked out. So we've got the gloss black finish through here. This piece that would normally be chrome is also going to be gloss black, and we even have the black bow tie badging. And then you've got the body color elements down here on the lower fascia. Now, another new element that Chevy is introducing is the split headlight design. So you'll notice that we have 3 separate units here for your lighting. The top part is going to serve as your daytime running light. You have your projector LED headlights right there. And then down below, you're also going to have LED fog lamps here on the Active. But all of the models are going to have 2.3 inches more width than the previous generation, which is part of what makes this look so much more substantial. Now, moving kind of over here to the side area, let's take a look at the wheels. As you can see, the Active trim level does have some pretty rugged looking wheels, and you're going to have, the choice between 17 all the way up to 20-inch alloy wheel options. These, importantly though, as you can see, are all-terrain tires, so this is going to give you a little bit more rugged off-road ability to back up the rugged off-road design. You do have Equinox spelled out across the side here, and we also have a white mirror cap, because as you can see, we have a white finish to the roof. Then as far as the mirrors, of course, we do have blind spot monitoring on board for this Active trim level.
Now here at the side of this all-new Equinox, you're once again going to see that boxy shape continue. Now this redesign really makes this a lot more rugged looking, and really the side, I think, is maybe the area that it looks the most rugged because everything's squared off. We have black window surrounds through here, and of course that white roof is really going to stand out for this segment. I honestly can't think of many other options that give you a white roof. I would also expect maybe on the RS version that you would have a black roof as an option. We do also kind of have a floating panel through the side, and I do want to point out that we don't have official length figures just yet. That will come out closer to when this vehicle goes on sale. But let's go ahead and check out the rear design of this all-new Equinox. Once again, this is going to be heavily inspired by that all-new Traverse that we have sitting over here on my side, because you're going to have that newest Chevy design that I really like. It does once again have that rugged look compared to the previous generation. We have an exposure wiper through here. We also have blacked out branding. And then let's take a look at our taillights. Our taillights are actually going to be a really premium design. So we kind of have that drooping shape through here. It's going to be an LED taillight, it appears like. Unfortunately, we can't get the lighting elements on to show you, but of course expect that in our full review coming later on. But I do expect this to be a full LED taillight, and we do have the clear finish for this Active model. As we drop down to this lower area, you will notice that this is finished in a shiny gray finish, which I really like. Instead of the rugged matte black plastic, I like the shiny finish. Additionally, we do have a 1,500-pound tow rating for all Equinoxes. Now this is a family SUV, so of course safety is very important, and you are going to have 3 out of 4 active safety features as standard equipment for this new Equinox model. The only system that will be optional is adaptive cruise control. I also do want to point out Super Cruise is not going to be offered on this Equinox, so do keep that in mind. But guys, there is a very radical interior that we can't wait to show you. But first,
if you're new here, we're brothers, and we've been reviewing cars since we were 12
and 16. We may be young, but we love cars.
And we'd love for you to subscribe to be a part of our Car Confections family. Let's learn a lot, have some fun with all the latest cars.
All right, now let's go ahead and check out the interior. Now, of course, a big thing about this interior is that you're going to have a fully modernized space. You've seen a lot of recent Chevy redesigns, and they have modernized a lot of the design as well as the technology. That is going to be the same idea here with the Equinox. And honestly, luxury has also been dialed up a lot, as you can tell. So let's kind of peek inside here. First of all, I just want to describe, again, you're looking at the active trim level, and this is going to be an exclusive color option here on the active. It's called Maple Sugar. So as you can see, we have this really cool leatherette that's going to go around your bolsters through there. You have a suede insert that's running through the center section with perforation and a cool pattern. And then even up there on the headrest, you have the active design. I really, really like the way this looks. It's very premium looking, and just overall, like I said, looks fantastic. Now, in terms of the seats themselves, as you can see, they're going to be 8-way power adjusting on most trim levels. We have 2-way lumbar support. We also have memory seats built into the door trim right over there. And you'll notice on the door trim, you're going to have that same design and pattern right there. Now, this is a pre-production model, and Chevy has requested that we don't get inside fully, but as you can see, we're able to look inside here, and I'll just go ahead and describe what is going on. So we'll start off with those big displays. We have a huge tech upgrade for 2024 compared to the previous generation, because now we have an 11-inch standard gauge cluster and an 11.3-inch full infotainment system. That is much, much larger than the previous model, which had an 8-inch infotainment system. Obviously, those screens are not on, but they are going to be running the latest software like other Chevy models. That is an Android-based system, so you have wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, all those things. And let's take a look at the steering wheel. Again, you have the latest design going on through there. As you can see, we have a heated steering wheel, which is actually a surprising standard feature across the entire Equinox lineup for 2025. And in addition to that standard heated steering wheel, you have standard heated seats. So those are both very nice features to have on board. Now, taking a look at interior storage, this is another area that has changed a lot. Again, I'm not going to be able to open things up, but you can see right through there, you have a lot of cool storage nooks going on. You also have a nice place for a wireless phone charging pad, because that's going to hold your phone in place so it doesn't slide around or anything like that. And then you have this really cool pass-through. So you've got the big storage bin above, but you also have the huge pass-through. So this is going to be a very versatile space where you can store just about anything. And the reason for that, of course, is because like all the recent Chevy products, we now have a column-mounted electronic shifter. So up there at the top, you'll notice that is the latest design. Very simple to use, just like in the Blazer EV, and it just saves you a lot of space that you can use for storage. Now, of course, over there in the center, I'm looking at dual zone automatic climate controls. Nice gloss black finish on board with that as well. One premium feature is that you will have available ventilated seats, which is something that not everybody in the class is offering. Now, as we rise above, we have the digital camera rear view mirror. And we don't have a sunroof on this specific example, but of course, as you'd expect, a panoramic sunroof will be available.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the rear seats, because once again, like we said, this is a family SUV first and foremost. So this rear area needs to be pretty nice. So let's go ahead and describe it. Now, of course, we don't have official legroom or headroom figures for this all new Equinox. That will come out later as the vehicle is slotted to go on sale. However, just eyeballing it, it looks like a good amount of space. It actually looks like a pretty good improvement over the previous generation Equinox, and we look forward to getting those specs so we can actually tell you exact details. Now, as far as the rear seats are concerned, you're once again going to have that very cool active design with the suede material in the middle, leatherette on the outside edges. All of that is going to have a very nice and premium look. Now, as far as features are concerned in the center, we do have standard vents on all models, and then you're going to notice a feature down below that I'm very happy to see, and that's heated rear seats. That's something that a lot in the segment are not including as an available feature, and we really like to see that this Equinox is including that. Now, as far as other things worth pointing out, as far as this door trim is concerned, it is going to be a very nice door trim. It's going to be finished in that same kind of active leatherette through here. It is going to be a hard touch at the top part, and then down at the bottom we have some more storage. And you're probably curious as to how much cargo capacity there is. Unfortunately, I won't be able to open the trunk on today's example. However, we do expect that a power tailgate will of course be offered, as well as the hands-free ability. As far as the space is concerned back here, we do actually have a figure 63.5 cubic feet as a maximum with the seats folded is what they're saying for this all-new Equinox. Now, in terms of how that compares to the competition, that is going to be less than a lot of the main rivals like Honda CR-V and Toyota RAV4, so keep that in mind. However, it's still a good amount of space overall for most families' needs.
Now at this point, you're probably wondering what is under the hood of this all-new 2025 Equinox. Well, you're going to have a 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. The power output on this is going to be 175 horsepower. Now, the interesting thing about this powertrain arrangement is that you actually have two different transmission options. So if you choose a model with front-wheel drive, that's going to be paired with a continuously variable transmission. If you choose a model with all-wheel drive, you will instead get an 8-speed automatic transmission. Obviously, we're not going to have full figures in terms of EPA fuel economy ratings. As Mason said, with other figures, that is going to be coming later as this vehicle gets closer to its on-sale date.
Now, as far as when this Equinox will go on sale, I'm sure a lot of you guys are looking to maybe buy this, and Chevy does say this will be available in 2024. They weren't too specific as to when in 2024 it will be available. However, with that statement, I would imagine it may be about fall of 2024 is my official estimation. And as far as pricing is concerned, we do estimate that it will rise a little bit over the previous model, but I would say a top out point for a fully loaded Equinox will probably be around $40,000 to $41,000 if you want our professional estimation. Of course, those are not official Chevy figures. But guys, that's going to be where we leave off on this in-depth first look review of the all-new 2025 Chevy Equinox. If you enjoyed watching this video or found it helpful in your purchasing decision, we would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're looking to buy a new Equinox or any new vehicle, we would encourage you to go to carconfections.com/newcarquotes. Now, on our website, we have a tool that will connect you with local dealers in your area to get you the best price on your new vehicle. It's also going to give you access to invoice pricing information. A link to that is provided in our video description. We'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.